It's time to stop being disappointed by the lack of growth in these tomato and pepper seedlings. So I'm saying goodbye to them. The thing is that they haven't changed since February. I mean, definitely the peppers haven't. They've looked the same since they germinated. And I've tried as many things as I could think of to make them grow a little bit better, and they just haven't. And with the tomatoes, I thought I was doing an okay job. I thought that transplanting them into a different soil would work, and it worked for a little bit, but then they all died. So I don't know. I think I over fertilized them trying to save them and cause more harm. So I'm definitely taking notes and thinking about that for next year. But in the meantime, I got some pepper and tomato starts, and they're already making me so happy. I got some flowers too, but let me tell you, the change in my mood and excitement for this garden season, I mean, I should have done this from the beginning. These are the tomatoes that I did start from seed that I am keeping. They've been looking a little bit better. The new growth is looking, pretty decent. So I'm not getting rid of these ones. These are going to be the ones that I do try to plant. I'm not necessarily giving up on my seeds. I'm still going to direct sow most of my plants into the garden coming up pretty soon. I wanted to get some starts. I mean, we put a lot of time and effort into these garden beds, and Brad made it a point to say we are not wasting a single foot of space in these garden beds. So definitely want to fill it with some plants and something that's going to do well. So those starts are looking really good already. I hope I can take care of them in the next week before I'm ready to plant them and harden them off. They came from a greenhouse, so I don't think I have to harden them off as much as I do for the ones inside, but I'm still going to add them to my hardening off routine and get them ready to go in the beds. So I'm definitely more excited. Looking at those dead seedlings, it was causing me so much, I don't want to say anxiety, but I was just getting so frustrated looking at them, trying to fix them unsuccessfully, thinking about what that means for the garden this summer. I didn't want to put weak plants out because I've heard that those are the ones that get attacked by bugs, and the weaker ones definitely don't come back as well. So I knew I was setting myself up for failure if I put those out. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it now and hoping that this is the turn that I needed for this gardening season. I think I mentioned this when I first started seeds earlier this year, but I'm not the biggest tomato fan. Like, I don't just eat a bunch of tomatoes by themselves. And I think that will change having them garden fresh. So I say that to say that I didn't really care too much about the different varieties because I don't have a particular favorite. For the ones that I bought, I got, beefsteak, Bonnie's Best, Better Boy. I got some that sounded familiar, and we'll see which ones we like best and probably go further into the varieties, next year and the year after that, and just kind of see what we like this year. But I'm okay with not having a ton of unique varieties. So that's with the tomatoes. With the peppers, I got a lot of jalapenos because that's what we wanted. I got a couple different hot peppers. I think I got chili and habanero, and then some sweet peppers. So gonna fill up a pepper bed and a tomato bed. So I'll show you when I'm putting those in, but just wanted to pass along a quick update that I'm officially ditching the seedlings that weren't making it for me. On a more positive note, I have a few things that I actually grew from seed successfully. So I didn't lose at everything. I definitely had some wins, like the onions I'm doing better with. The cucumbers have been doing well. The lettuce I finally nailed and got that down better. And some flowers. I've got dahlias and marigolds that are doing pretty well. So not all hope is lost for me. It's just that I'm finding some seeds are more challenging than others, I guess. I think a lot of it had to do with the seed starting mix that I chose, the fertilization schedule, maybe even the type that I was using. I'm hearing a lot of people using like fish emulsions or like kelp, things like that. And I was using the Burpee tomato and vegetable water soluble fertilizer. So I don't know if that really made a big difference, but I think it was more my schedule of fertilizing them. And in the beginning, watering, I was leaving them too moist. I wasn't draining the water after I would water them. So I think that really hindered them in the beginning as well. So those are a few things that I definitely want to note for next year. Water better, fertilize better, and use a better seed starting mix right from the start. Maybe even potting soil, I don't know. But I wasn't as strict as like writing out a schedule and sticking to that schedule. And I think as a beginner doing this for the first time, I think that's what I should have done. I don't think I have that gut instinct to know when I should be watering them and when I should be fertilizing them. So sticking to a schedule, I think, will help me better next year. But I'll bring you in here and show you some of the good seedlings that we've got. So thanks for sticking with me this far. I definitely have learned a lot about seed starting, and I'm hoping that direct sowing some of those seeds will bring me some success as well. I want to start spinach, carrots, squash and zucchini, peas and beans, beets. There's a lot. There's a lot of things that I am filling this space with that I don't have started yet. And I was kind of waiting to see how seed starting went for me before starting everything early. A lot of the packets say that, you know, you can direct sow them and when to do that. So I'm hoping that they germinate and that they work well for me. So it'll be a test, we'll see. And if not, again, I'll just try to buy some starts and fill them in. This is the investment year of our garden, and we're going to play around with it and see, you know, what works well for us and what we enjoy eating, what we want to have our garden bring us. So stay tuned with us and follow along to see how the garden goes, see how these things will germinate for me, see how my starts will transfer into the garden. I'm excited to share all of that with you and see how this first year of gardening goes for us. So thanks. We'll see you in the next one.